Can't see. Can't see anything, however. I'd like you to ask to you all, please, to clear the halls and the walls and the aisles so that we can begin our program. Please stand as we begin with the processional of our esteemed teachers. give thanks to the one above who has allowed us to reach this day. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 29th commencement exercises of the Beth Tfiloh Dahan Community School. This is the moment when we bestow our blessing on our graduates, perhaps give them a little advice, and wish them well in the next stage in their journey. But it's so much more than that, because we're so much more than just a school. We are, as wise men once said, four walls with the future inside. And you, my dear graduates, are the future. And no one knows that better than your teachers, who have watched you all grow from uncertain little kids to young adults with ideas and hopes, dreams and aspirations, talents and intellect, compassion and passion. Author and columnist Thomas Friedman said that a ninth grader asked him, "What courses should I take in order to fit into the world in which I will live when I grow up?" Friedman was not sure how to answer. Should they study biology or computer technology, even though new information is changing so rapidly that the facts they learn now may not be relevant by the time they get to apply them? Should they study facts when a quick Google search can tell them all they need to know? Friedman thought for a few minutes and said, "Ask your friends who are their best teachers, and then, no matter what subjects they teach, take their courses. Because in an age in which new jobs will emerge and old jobs will disappear, the most important thing you can learn is how to learn. And learn it from someone who is so in love with their subject that they want to share their love of it, and then it will enter not only your mind, but your soul as well." Our tradition teaches this to us very well. When reciting the priestly blessing on the high holidays or on the Chagim, the Kohanim, the priests, immediately preceding the blessing, "May the Lord bless you and keep you," say the words, "Hamevarech et Amo Yisrael be'ahava." They bless the people with ahava, with love, because, say the rabbis, you cannot fully teach or reach a person without loving them first. And so, we pause to pay tribute to those individuals who have encouraged, nurtured, educated our children so masterfully. Our teachers have conveyed their love of learning along with their love of our children and have modeled intellectual commitment, strength of character, and passion for the mind and for the soul. I ask our students to express an understanding and appreciation for their teachers by showing kavod as we all thank them for all they do each and every day to help our children learn and grow. To our parents, I say thank you for partnering with us in raising your children. And it isn't always easy, especially during times of stress and uncertainty, times of violence and terrorism, times of anxiety and just plain doubts about raising a teenager who doesn't come with a set of instructions. And to you, my Eladim, my graduates, I'm so sorry for the world in which you have been thrust. This is the class that had a student-led walkout after a school shooting, one of several this year. This is the class that was asked to feel safe and secure where there was so little safety and security in the world. This is a class that was thrust into the hashtag #MeToo movement before it was a movement. This is a class who had to deal with a petition against the school and against me, and responded by writing their own petition in support of the school and in support of me. And for that, I personally, profoundly, and humbly thank you. This is the class that suffered losses that you should never have to experience. Not at your age, not at any age, but you did. And you did so with compassion, with a depth of feeling and a sensitivity that was mature way beyond your years. In many ways, we've learned from you. You've shown us how to face adversity and difficulty with strength, with unity, and with faith. Former Chief Rabbi Jonathan Sachs tells the story that when he first became Chief Rabbi, he had to undergo a medical examination. The doctor put him on a treadmill, walking at a very brisk pace. "What are you testing?" he asked. "How fast I can go, or how long?" "Neither," replied the doctor. "What I'm testing is how long it takes when you come off the treadmill for your pulse to return to normal." Health, discovered Rabbi Sachs, is measured by the power of recovery, your ability to experience sadness and tragedy, to survive, to recover. That's what makes you the great kids that you are. But it's so much more than survival. You've been brought up with values. You've been brought up to care about what is around you, to look beyond yourself and see a world that needs your talents and your ability to change it, and to fight for it if necessary. Sometimes things we have to fight for are little things. Sometimes they're big things. But in the book, Home to Stay, Daniel Gordis, in a letter to his children, says, "Nothing that is important comes easily. When you get older, you'll learn that good marriages don't come easily, that satisfying works comes with a struggle." But he tells them, and I tell you, do you know what's much worse than having to fight for something? It's not having anything to fight for. What's the point of all the years we live our lives if there's nothing so important to us that we wouldn't give everything for it? I wonder, asked Gordis, if there's nothing in your life worth dying for, is there anything worth living for? You, my gorgeous dear graduates, have much to live for, and we have such high hopes for you. You will hear today speakers who quote from the Torah, from popular songs, from great rabbis, and from scholars. Listen to all of it, but most of all, listen to the still small voice within you, the voice that tells you the right thing to do, that tells you what to fight for, that tells you to do good because you are good. You have learned from the best. Now go out in the world, showing them what the best can do, because if anyone can, it's you. Mazel tov. We begin our program with a benediction given by Yonatan Melamed. Immediately after that, Vadim, the dean of our school, Rabbi Mitchell Wahlberg.
והביאותים אל הר קדשי, ושימחתים בבית תפילתי, עולותיהם וזבחיהם לרצון המזבחי, כי ביתי בית תפילה יקרא לכל העמים. I will bring them to my holy mount, and I will cause them to rejoice in my house of prayer, for my house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples. Isaiah 56. We've recited this verse many times, as it's our school song, and there are many interpretations of this verse. We, the class of 2018, take the line, Ki beiti bet tfilah, quite literally, because our home is Beth Tfiloh. For the past 4 years, for those who joined us in high school, or 10 years for people like me, or 16 years for the Mommy and Me alumni, this prophecy has proven true. It has most definitely been our home. It's been our home through freshman orientation, through our first Shabbaton, and everyone after that, through every great Wiener tournament, through finals, through APs, through college admissions, and even through our Israel trip. Today, we will thank BT for supporting us through everything, for giving us a great education, and for leading us to college and beyond. But it's also a time to reflect on all the experiences we've had together and look forward to ones we'll share in the future. When I first came to BT, the hit singles at the time were Single Ladies and Poker Face, the stock market crashed, and President Obama was just elected. It's been that long. And today marks the end of our high school career. But it doesn't mark the end of the class of 2018. We all have friends here that we love, relationships that we've made. Their graduation is a ceremony symbolizing the end of our high school learning. It's also a recognition of how we've developed as students and people in this great environment. And we are all still part of each other's families and of the Beth Tfiloh family. In the same chapter, Hashem speaks about the same people he will bring to his house of prayer. Shem olam yeten asher lo yikaret. An everlasting name I will give, which shall not be discontinued. We are the Beth Tfiloh class of 2018, and we pray that our connection shall never be discontinued. Amen.
I hate to impose, but I'd like to ask the graduates to please rise. Smile, everybody. Video? I only care how I look. Stay there, stay. My dear graduates, on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Snapchat alone, 1.5 billion new photos are shared every day, which comes out to about 550 billion a year. And what are most of the pictures made up of? Pictures of ourselves, selfies. Now you might think I'm going to tell you what a terrible thing this is, that this is the sin of the millennials only caring about themselves. But I think there's something very positive about these selfies, something very positive about enjoying looking at pictures of ourselves. Long before you were born, it was in 1985. The song of that year was by Whitney Houston, entitled "The Greatest Love of All." I want you to listen to some of the words. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve, learning to love yourself. is the greatest love of all. As it turned out, unfortunately, Whitney Houston was not able to live by these words. But without her even knowing it, what she sang was very much a part of Jewish tradition. Rabbi Akiva tells us the greatest mitzvah in the Torah is v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your neighbor as yourself, which our rabbis interpret by telling us, only if you first love yourself will you be capable of loving your neighbor. So I tell all of you, today you should really feel good about yourselves. The achievement you mark today is very unique. In a world of 8 billion people, only 15 million are Jews. And here in America, with between 5 and 6 million Jews, nearly 25% don't identify as Jews. Close to 90% receive no Jewish education after their bar and bat mitzvah. In this world, there are very, very few like you, knowledgeable in the Jewish tradition, educated in the world at large. You have worked hard to reach this point. Take a selfie and look how good you look. But while you're feeling good about yourself, don't forget about others. You are part of a family, part of a people, and we need you. In a world of 8 billion people, how many do you think support the state of Israel? Not many. We need you. Here in America, how many people do you think belong to a synagogue? Less than half. We need you. Let me tell you about others who need you. Your parents need you. When you're young, you were dependent upon your parents, but as they get older, your parents get dependent upon you. You can give them something no doctor, no stockbroker, no government official can give them. You can give them your love. You're going off to college. You're going to be very, very busy. But remember, your parents were there for you when you needed them. Never be too busy to be there when they need you. You are part of a family, the Jewish family, and your own personal family. Remember, what you do in the future years will reflect not just on your selfie, but on the group picture of your family. Learn to love yourself and others, and may you grow to be a source of pride and nachas to your family, friends, and to all Israel. Mazel tov.
I thank in advance our former presidents who are here and who never miss a graduation, members of the Board of Trustees, and the chairman of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Joel Cohn. And of course, all of you who have come from so far away to join us today. The message from our graduates will be given first in Hebrew, then in English. Ben Schlesinger and Ezra Siegel.
Rabbi Wahlberg, Dr. Shor, Orim, Mishpacha, Menalim, Rabbanim, Morim, וכמובן חבריי ללימודים בוגרי בית תפילה. אני רוצה להצטרף לברכות ולומר מזל טוב לכולכם. אני רוצה לברך את כל חבריי הבוגרים, לא רק לרגל סיום הלימודים, אלא בעיקר עבור ההצלחות הרבות שצברנו. אם בתחום ההישגים הלימודיים, בתחום תיאטרון, לקרוס, ובהתחלה של תוכניות חדשות בבית הספר. אני גאה לומר כי הכיתה שלנו השאירה חותם בביתי לעולמים. אני רוצה לשתף עד כמה המקום הזה מיוחד ועל המשמעות שלו עבורי. עברתי מפיטסבורג בכיתה ט'. השארתי מאחוריי חברים ומקום מוכר והגעתי למקום חדש לגמרי. המעבר לא היה קל. באתי מבית ספר גדול, ציבורי ולא יהודי, עובדה שנתן לי להעריך עד כמה ביתי הוא מקום בשבילי. כאן למדתי מהו יחס אישי של מורים לתלמידים. הרגשתי לראשונה שהלימודים הם זכות ואני נהנה לקום כל בוקר ולהגיע לבית הספר. הלימודים תמיד היו מעניינים ולמורים היה אכפת מכל אחד ואחת מאיתנו ולכן עשו כל שביכולתם כדי שנצליח. מערכת יחסים כל כך עמוקה וחזקה בין מורים לתלמידים יכולה להתקיים אך רק במקום עם אופי כמו בית תפילה. רוב בתי הספר מסתיימים שיום הלימודים נגמר, אבל בית תפילה הלך איתי, הולך איתי וילך איתי לעולמי עד. כי בית תפילה הוא קהילה. בפרשת שלח שקראנו אתמול, יהושע בן נון אמר לעם, אם חפץ בנו השם והביא אותנו אל הארץ הזאת ונתנה לנו. יהושע אומר לעם שאם יאמינו בהשם יצליחו בכל אשר עומד בפניהם. כך גם אנחנו, אם נאמין בהשם ובעצמנו נצליח בכל עומד בפנינו. לעולם לא נשכח את הקשר המיוחד שנוצר בינינו ואת הקשר לבית תפילה. זהו הכוח המניע החזק ביותר שהתברכנו בו. לסיים אומר תודה לצוות בית תפילה, להורים וכל אחד ואחת מכם. הרבה הצלחה בעתיד, כיתה 2018.
Rabbi Wahlberg, Dr. Shore, Dr. Copeland, Rabbi Saskel, teachers, parents, and friends. Just a few weeks ago, I was sitting in Jerusalem with some of my best friends when one of our Israel trip counselors, or madrichim as we called them, posed a question about how we thought the grade had bonded over the course of the Israel trip. And while we really bonded over those past 4 weeks, I don't think anyone thought we really needed to, because we were already so close to each other. I think I speak for everyone when I say that this graduating class is more than just a grade, but a family. Despite coming from drastically different backgrounds, some of us Reform, others Orthodox, some Republicans, others Democrats, Baltimoreans and Steelers fans, we came together to form a grade that accomplished so many things academically, extracurricularly, and as a grade. Like so many other BT graduating classes, we worked hard in school, bonded during Shabbatons, and feared some teachers. We complained about AP Bio homework, joined clubs and sports teams, and joked, maybe a little too excessively, with other teachers. But in a lot of ways, we were much different, and dare I say much better, than every other graduating class. Look what the students in our grade have accomplished. They've led Beth Tfiloh to its first lacrosse championship, helped BT win its first Best Musical Award, and have excelled in the classroom, winning countless academic awards and scholarships, and gaining acceptances to fantastic colleges and yeshivot. Moreover, Which graduating class created fake boarding passes and pretended to board a plane to Silicon Valley because they were jealous that the Spanish class got a Spain trip? We still want that trip, by the way. And who threw a birthday party one lunchtime complete with snacks, balloons, and singing for a departing Jewish history teacher? We did. We were able to do all this because we acted like one grade under one roof. We've been through some tough times together, but we've always stuck by each other no matter the circumstances. There were no cliques. It was just us and BT. And it was BT that helped us foster our community. Upon entering 9th grade, we had programs where we did more than just get to know each other, but form relationships between students who had never met before. Shabbatons, where students could have deep, meaningful conversations, or having teachers happy to invite students over for Purim or Hanukkah celebrations, really helped build this grade. Our teachers' commitment to students compelled us to make Teacher of the Year awards for them, throw them birthday parties, and go to their offices outside of class just to say hi. Our strong relationships with our friends and teachers have helped us also form a strong relationship with our heritage. While we are all vastly different in our observance of Judaism, thanks to Beth Tfiloh, we have all developed an immense love for our heritage. Whether it was singing and dancing around the school and disturbing lower school classrooms during Rosh Chodesh, learning with our rabbis in our spare time, or having open discussions about Jewish principles, at BT, one cultivated an unmatched love for their Judaism. While we might not all grow up to be rabbis, we've all definitely felt the love, ruach, and deep sense of belonging Judaism brings to our lives. BT follows a principle made popular by Rabbi Elazar ben Shamua, who said, "Yehi chavod talmidcha chaviv alecha kishelcha." Let the honor of your student be as dear to you as your own. And goes on to say, and the honor of your fellow like the reverence of your teacher, and the reverence of your teacher like the reverence of heaven. Because BT cared for us, we were able to honor our friends, respect our teachers, and ultimately love our Judaism. So thank you, Beth Tfiloh, for challenging us inside and outside the classroom and helping us grow not only intellectually, but also as people and as Jews. These past 4 years have been the most amazing anyone could have asked for. I know this grade will accomplish some spectacular things, and while we'll go our separate ways next year, I know we'll always keep in touch because we are one grade and one family, the class of 2018. Oh, and just quick side note, go blue.
Helping us to understand the depth of the experience of the Nathan Taylor, Israel, and Poland trip is Miss Alana Gordon.
That for all these years, I had missed the point of that statement. The first Holocaust like us, some old with grandchildren or great-grandchildren, but some young, some our age, maybe aspiring to travel, study, and spend time with our friends like us. The sadness overwhelmed me for so many of our people, halted in large numbers and ceased from growing. But then, I looked down at my own shoes and felt a rush of sentiment, because look at who the Jewish people are. There we were, a group of Jewish children, remembering our people who died just for being Jews, and standing tall, the Israeli flag draped around our shoulders, with pride for our Jewish education, our Jewish friends and family, our Jewish identities. No matter how we keep Shabbat and kosher, or if we can only be found in the synagogue for school events, we're all smart, kind, motivated young adults, and unapologetically Jewish. I recognize that our journey to Israel represented the continuation of Jewish life, Jewish fervor, Jewish strength. Unlike those who wore the mounds of shoes at Majdanek, we had the opportunity to step into Eretz Yisrael, to come home, and we did. With wet shoes, we traveled in the Dead Sea, our bodies covered with mud. With dusty shoes, we trekked through the desert, singing songs at the top of our lungs as we hiked for hours. With muddy shoes, we sprinted on Army Day through grass and dirt, smearing mud on our faces as camouflage and hurrying into a perfect chet before time ran out. I realize now that whether we plan to return to Israel countless times in the future or to never come back again, the once-in-a-lifetime concept comes from truly enjoying the Jewish homeland as a grade, as best friends, and as a beautiful representation of the Jewish future. Together, we took steps towards strengthening our connection with Israel, with our religion, and with each other. For some of us, the first steps on Israeli soil. For others, one of many times visiting the same spots. But for all of us, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Please enjoy the montage of our senior trip put together by Chaviva Gerwich, which we hope captures for you the feelings and emotions we had on this transformational journey.
steady on down the line. Lose every sense of time. Take it all in, wake up, that's all part of me. Day to day, I'm blind to see and find how far to go. Everybody got their reason, everybody got their way. We're just catching and releasing what builds up throughout the day. It gets into your body, it flows right through your blood. We can tell each other secrets and remember how to love. Da-da-dum-da-dum.
Appreciation is something very core at Beth Tfiloh. Our kids know that at the beginning of every program we say, Beth Tfiloh. They didn't practice that. And so to say to Beth Tfiloh, President of our Student Council, Mrs. Jared Horowitz, has a creative way of describing a table.
I don't know how to start a speech that's centered on presenting a table. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice round table. It's a table that marks a huge stepping stone into creating a permanent youth lounge for our students. A project that our student government worked very hard on. Creating a space for a youth lounge and furniture is immensely important to student life. Our crazy extracurricular and academic schedules force us to value our time. Attempting to use lunch as a time to get work done, to hang out with friends, and to eat lunch. Our new youth lounge will offer a permanent and welcoming environment that enables students to do all three. When thinking of the youth lounge, I started thinking about our lunchtimes. The cumulative hours of being with each other, the group projects, the casual conversations, the friendships made. I started thinking about interactions. I thought about how this youth lounge has potential to change and extend class discussions. I thought about our class discussions. I thought about how those discussions, those arguments about religious differences, political disagreements, and moral challenges, they changed me. They gave me perspective. They gave me insight, and they taught me how to defend what I believe while listening to other ideas. We all learn that. Let's never stop asking, inquiring, and challenging. It may not always be comfortable, but the world needs us to keep talking. Because we're going to bring about change. And sometimes that change starts with a simple conversation around a nice, new, round table. VT, class of 2018, let's remember to keep talking.
We're now ready for our awards. And the first award is Bittersweet. It's an alumni award, and it's named for a young man whose loss we mourn. And although last year I had a complaint from someone who said inserting sadness into what should be a celebration was a mistake, I don't believe that for 1 second. Because just as at a wedding, moments of bliss are sometimes broken when we break the glass with the words, "If I forget thee, O Jerusalem." And as Judy Minkov, mother of Rachel Minkov, class of '01, said, "The one thing that I worry about is that we forget Rachel." So we will not forget Rachel, nor Alina Kostavetsky-Siegel, class of '92, Rachel Minkov, class of '01, Allison Hayden, class of '05, Josh Rosen, class of '09, Corey Seidel, class of '09, Ellie Goldenberg, class of '12, and now Kobe Rosemore, who would have been class of 2024. Today's award is given in memory of Daniel Siegel, class of '07, given by the head of our alumni committee, who herself is a Beth Tfiloh graduate, married to a Beth Tfiloh graduate, representative of the children at Beth Tfiloh who we call Dorot. There are 120 children of children who attend Beth Tfiloh. And so I call upon Shoshi Ponsak-Wolf, who will give this award. I think it's Shoshi Wolf Ponsak. I did it right, Shoshi?
The Daniel Siegel Award is in memory of Daniel Siegel, class of 2007, and is given out every year by the Beth Tfiloh Alumni Association. The award is given to an alum who, in addition to having strong connection to Beth Tfiloh, has also shown leadership in the Jewish community. Past recipients have been Vered Taylor, class of 1995, for her leadership on the Parent Association, Hanan Weissman, class of 2001, for his role as liaison to the Jewish community during the Obama administration, and Aviva Vogelstein, class of 2005, for her work as an attorney and Israel advocate fighting anti-Semitism on college campuses. This year's recipient is Jeremy Bob, class of 1996. Jeremy served in the IDF, has worked as an attorney for the Israeli Ministry of Justice, was a legal advisor and prosecutor for the IDF Legal Division, and currently serves as the legal affairs correspondent for the Jerusalem Post. He is an extraordinary advocate for Israel and for the Jewish community. We, the Beth Tfiloh Alumni Association, congratulate him for this honor. Mazel tov, Jeremy.
Israel, I'm so sorry I can't be there in person today, but I'm so honored to have been chosen for the Daniel Siegel Memorial Alumni Award. Being chosen for this award is reminding me of some amazing things that I got from Beth Tfiloh. One is Ahavat Eretz Yisrael. That's a big one, love for the land of Israel. It's not just all the values that I got from Beth Tfiloh about the importance of Israel from 12 years of Beth Tfiloh school, Beth Tfiloh shul, Beth Tfiloh camp. I was a true BT lifer. Or not just the senior class trip to Israel, but really feeling the effusive love from the teachers and the leadership of Beth Tfiloh was something that was irreplaceable, and definitely one of the main reasons that I made Aliyah. A number of friends of mine from my class have also made Aliyah, and even though the majority of our class has not made Aliyah, is still living in the United States, all of them are very, very supportive of Israel, which is so important, both for the Jewish people widely, and also for all of us who have made Aliyah in Israel. Another point would be Ahavat Am Yisrael, Jewish unity, pluralism, a love of all Jews. That's another huge thing that I got from BT. There are schools that do it decently, okay, in Israel and in the United States, but I really haven't seen it done at the same level. I haven't heard about it being done with the same level of commitment, of loving all Jews, having that same example. And that's a cliche sometimes in our times, that Jews are supposed to get along all of the time, that we should always work together. But sometimes it's not so obvious. There are some major ideological differences between Jews on some major issues of public policy. And sometimes the public sphere has become more toxic and people are more interested in attacking people that have different views than them instead of dialoguing. That's where seeing the example of Dr. Shor, Rabbi Wolberg, a number of great teachers of mine who moved on, at a gut level, seeing that example is what helps you see the Jewish unity and respect other Jews, even when things get heated. That is irreplaceable. And the third thing I would mention from Beth Tfiloh is commitment to Jewish identity in an age of multiculturalism. Multiculturalism is so celebrated today, and I think BT gets multiculturalism. It does prepare its students to live in a broader and diverse world, but it nails it on Jewish identity, which is so important. 22 years out, my classmates and I may be in different places religiously on the spectrum, but pretty much everyone is more committed to their Jewish identity than they would have been if they hadn't gone to Beth Tfiloh. I'd like to finish with a little story. I was coming very close to switching in 8th grade from Beth Tfiloh to Pikesville High School, and I talked with Dr. Shor, Rabbi Wolberg, Sherry Brownstein about it. They said, you know, when I get to college, I'm going to need to join the broader world anyway, maybe I should start now. They said, you know what? There's going to be plenty of time to join the broader world, but what you will get at BT over the next 4 years, you will not be able to get anywhere else. They were so right. I'm so glad that they convinced me for myself, for the BT values that I can give to my kids. Once again, it's an honor to represent BT alumni receiving this award, and I wish the best of luck to all of BT's high school graduates. You will be far more ready for for that wider role because you had BT through these critical years. Thank you.
We're proud to tell you that Jeremy Yonah Bob is going to be here for Yonah Hospital at Beth Tfiloh. So come listen to him because he has a great deal to share with you. And now, I'd like to call on the president of the Beth Tfiloh Sisterhood to present the Beth Tfiloh Sisterhood Midot Award. It is an award that's presented to the student who has provided the most exemplary character, their merits, and actions throughout her years of high school at Beth Tfiloh, inspiring similar values and behavior in others. This year's recipient is always ready with a broad smile and good cheer. She has the unusual ability to raise the spirits of everyone around her in a genuine manner. Indeed, her pleasant demeanor and open-minded perspective lead to friendships with all types of people. She's an accepting, sweet, authentic person, and without seeming contrived, she makes others feel comfortable. Regardless of the school function, she's willing and dedicated to support it, and thus plays an integral role in the success of so many of our extracurricular programs. Her commitment to Tikkun Olam is evident in her creation of the Three Wishes Club, the tutoring she's done for the U.S. Freedom Academy, and her enthusiasm as a senior buddy to a group of freshmen this year.
I am proud to present the Sisterhood Award to Dahan.
And we thank the Sisterhood for all that they do day in. Beth Tfiloh Brotherhood Midot Award is given each year to that graduating senior who, through exemplary character and concern for others, has inspired an exceptional sense of their parents and sensibility toward students, faculty, and the entire Beth Tfiloh community. This student's happy and positive nature add optimistic and bubbly notes to the classroom. His excitement and commitment to the mission at hand and his respect and consideration for others make him an outstanding individual. He brings these admirable qualities and his beautiful midot to everything he does. He is a leader in every sense of the word, and he served in leadership capacities throughout his schooling life, and yet he himself is most proud of his private work with High Lifeline. I'm honored to present the Brotherhood Midot Award to Jared. The Eric Latham Memorial Award for Study in Israel is going to one of the most positive, upbeat students in the grade. She is unfailingly kind, compassionate, and empathic, and has a desire to connect with others in a meaningful and impactful way. She works with Friendship Circle and NCSY and younger children in summer camp, but she's best known here at Beth Tfiloh for using her musical talents to entertain our audiences ever since she entered high school. We're thrilled that she will be spending next year in Israel, and we thank Mrs. Rachel Levin-Klein Rash for giving her the kind of involvement and the kind of guidance to help her make her decisions. She will be studying in Israel at Mahon Mayan. Congratulations to Morley Clark. And now I'd like to call upon Miss Becky Russell Brenner, who is the granddaughter of my girlfriend, Allie Russell, for the Memorial Award for College Studies.
Beth Tfiloh, the community, Rabbi Wahlberg, Chazan Elbrecht, and especially her girlfriend, Dr. Shore. The synagogue represented everything positive from her Jewish upbringing. Loved Judaism, Shabbat, family, and community, and the school represented everything she was denied as a poor young Jew growing up in interwar Germany. Throughout her life, she strove for success and fought for her family's freedom from persecution. She knew that her enrollment in the School of Hard Knocks left her wanting for more formal education in the general studies and especially in Judaism. She became an informal learner and a generous volunteer, two avocations that served her well in life, but she wanted more for future generations. Accordingly, when she finally achieved success in America, she supported Beth Tfiloh and Jewish students in Baltimore and in Israel with the dream that every Jewish child and young adult should have the proper general and Judaic education that he or she deserves. The Allie Russell Memorial Award is presented each year to a student who best embodies the values of Ollie's love of learning, incredible determination and drive, and an overall love and enthusiasm for Beth Tfiloh. This year's Allie Russell Memorial Award recipient is Abigail Erman.
And I'd like to call upon my esteemed colleagues, Rabbi Mordechai Saskal and Dr. Renee Copeland, to give out the Elma Rombro Excellence in Judaic Studies Award and the Morton J. Max Excellence in General Studies Award.
Not only is she driven, creative, and multi-talented, she is also one of the kindest students in the grade. For 4 years, we have watched her put her full effort into her work, even when others were cutting corners. She's supportive of the others in her class and helpful to all, and she brings a positive attitude to every aspect of learning. This is a student who not only excels in the classroom, but is also dedicated to helping others through her work with the Disabilities Awareness Club and the time she spends tutoring inner-city students at a school for homeless children in downtown Baltimore. This student approaches her Judaic studies with tremendous sincerity and, according to one of her Judaic studies teachers, is a true mivakeshet. Mazel tov to Lindsay Rosenblum.
The Morton J. Max Excellence in General Studies Award. The recipient of this award is a sweet, upstanding young man, a role model for others to emulate. He is bright and quickly understands complex topics, yet he is also exceedingly humble about his achievements. In a most unassuming and humble manner, he impresses with his academic achievement and character. Day in and day out, he is always actively engaged in the learning process and maintains a most respectful standard of behavior. His maturity and refinement are manifest in his interactions with friends and faculty, and he is both a standout student and an outstanding individual. In spite of his considerable academic achievements in every subject, especially math, this student is not one to brag nor boast. He is always respectful, tactful, and pleasant to teachers and peers, as well as supportive of his classmates. We are very proud of Mitchell J.
Before conferring the Beth Tfiloh Dahan Award, I want to tell you about something very special about our kids. As some of you know, I daven every morning with a group of seniors, and they have done the most amount of prayer for you. When we go around the room and we ask, who are you praying for? Without exception, they say they're praying for their parents or their grandparents, for your health, your well-being, and your simcha, your joy. So our girls, when they were in Israel, decided to order rings. And because at the end of davening, we recite a psalm, Psalm 130, Mima Amakim, out of the depths I call to you, O Lord. They ordered rings with the words, Mima Makim, on it, so that they take Beth Tfiloh with them, but they take the faith that they learned at Beth Tfiloh with them, because we have so much to pray for, but we have so much to thank God for. And so I asked my girls to stand. I'd like to ask Mr. Nick Dahan to come forward to confer the Beth Tfiloh Dahan Award, which was established in 1998, named for a benefactor of Beth Tfiloh School. Our school bears his name. It recognizes that student who, in the judgment of the faculty, has made the greatest overall contributions to Beth Tfiloh, its programs, and the entire community. This year's recipient of the Beth Tfiloh Dahan Award is a young woman who maintains a tremendous drive to achieve success. Her self-discipline and determination motivate her to reach her personal goals. She has a strong work ethic and is a master at balancing her many responsibilities. This student demonstrates her drive in the classroom, but also in sports, on the lacrosse field, and elsewhere. She's made a commitment to helping others through serving her country. She has a remarkably strong sense of her Jewish identity. She raised over $3,000 for Shalva in the Jerusalem Marathon and raised the level of Ruach in our school through the Friday Tish program. She has a can-do attitude, a sparkling smile, a great sense of gratitude for all of her gifts. We are grateful for all that she has done to raise the bar for our school community.
So I'd like to present the Dahan Beth Tfiloh Award to Olivia Plant.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for. I call upon Dr. Renee Copeland, followed by Rabbi Mordechai Saskel, to announce the names as we confer the diplomas.
Wait for the music. Okay. It is my honor and my pleasure to present to you the exceedingly compassionate, highly motivated, tremendously intelligent, and proudly Jewish Beth Tfiloh class of 2018. The students you see before you, seated to my right, have met the challenges set before them and excelled in the classroom, on the athletic fields, on stage, and backstage. They have served countless hours of community service, raised money for a variety of charities, and developed a love for Israel. They will go on to many different yeshivot and colleges and choose different paths, but we know they are prepared to live successful lives guided by Torah principles. On behalf of the staff and administration of the Beth Tfiloh Dahan Community School, we officially grant them this diploma, along with the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereto attached. As we call the graduates to the stage for the presentation of the diplomas, we ask each graduate's family to stand in place to honor your graduate as he or she walks up to the stage. Jacob Allen Adelstein. Jacob Alexander Blank. Samuel Harold Cohen. Nicholas Ryan Feldman. Noah Yitzchak Fine. Jordan Andrew Fisher. H. Nathan Frank. Ethan Zelig Foray Friedman. Cameron Seth Glazer. Jared Scott Hurwitz. Mitchell Shane J. Andrew Seth Kasner. Jordan Max Kasoff. Jack Ryan Lebo. Ryan Samuel Levin. Zachary Matthew Lubliner. Yonatan Moshe Melamed. Aaron Daniel Mikulowski. Daniel Garbo Monroe. Bezalel Yair Moskowitz. Yaron Peterson. Oren Pinsever. That's a fan club. Joshua Rosemore. Alexander Michael Rubin. Eli Rubin Salzberg.
We are as enthusiastic as you are. This is a dignified activity.
Benjamin Aryeh Schlesinger. Ezra Lev Siegel. George Raphael Sewell. Howard Lee Silverman. Ezra J. Solden. Scott Aaron Tepper. Jacob Eli Mayer Troy. Leor Isaac Witto. Caleb Benjamin Ziv.
Hannah B. Adler. Lauren Brooke Banks. Ashley Nicole Case. Rebecca Eve Fingerhood. Rebecca Zalma Goldovsky. Alana Beth Gordon. Chaviva Naomi Gurwich. Jasmine Ziba Hariri. Ilana Shira Harrow. Deborah Sarah Isaac. Orly Shayna Krupp. Abigail Kayla Lerman. Ellie Gabriella Labengrub. Haley Bryce Mostow. Yael Tsiona Muroff. Chloe Hannah Newman. Jacqueline Michelle Oken. Bailey Nicole Paquette. Kayla Perlmutter. Olivia Haley Plant. Miriam Hadassah Reed. Allison Michelle Reznikov. Lindsay Sloan Rosenblum. Amelia Elizabeth Siegel. Erica Michelle Chevron. Abby Danielle Sullivan. Skylar Chase Verdes. Celia Bess Weinrock. Samantha Ariel Wyans. Talia Meira Zimmelman.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018. I ask our parents and grandparents, if they wish, to join me in the parents' prayer, which will be followed by the singing of Hatikvah and the recessional. Parents' prayer can be found on the back of your program. And parents, please remain standing as we tell our children how very important they are to us. Here is our blessing. Gentlemen and ladies. Here's our blessing to you. May it be thy will, dear God, that you guide our children on their path of continued learning so that they may continue to realize the potential with which they have been endowed. We hope, our dear children, that our guidance and love has given you a strong foundation for a good and joyful life. In whatever path you choose, may you find a sense of fulfillment and an awareness of the presence of the divine inside of you. Never forget, God is with you and always will be. We pray that you continue to grow in your Yiddishkeit and Menschlichkeit and be a productive member of society, a credit to the Jewish people, and a blessing to the world. We are thankful for the joys and challenges that these past years have brought us. Dear God, bless our child, watch over and protect and guide them. May you, our dear Babela, remain loyal to your people and to the teachings of Torah. We pray that someday you too will know the joy and pride that we feel on this day. Baruch shehechiyanu v'kiyimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Praise to you, O Holy One, for keeping us alive, for sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this day. Amen. Please stand as we conclude our program with the singing of the Hatikvah and the recessional.